intro! I don't have one. You already know what this video is based off the title, and since this video has been done before with actual quality, here I come to just list the dump truck of stuff I want and what better be the next biggest game of all time. And yes, I know nobody who can make it come true will actually see this, but still. Same fighting mechanics as Tenkaichi 3. Don't fix what ain't broken. There's Xenoverse and then there's Tenkaichi. Tenkaichi's just overall better, like in almost every way. Sure, you can fit what it was like one more move slot in Xenoverse, but stamina is the worst thing to be added to a Dragon Ball game ever. You cannot change my mind on that. So keep it how it was in Tenkaichi 3. You know, it's literally it's the most fun game I've ever played. So, you know, if you change it, it's not gonna be as fun anymore. So, you know, don't change it. Twats. Every character introduced in Super, manga, and anime. Give Super characters different variations, by the way. Like how you did with Goku beginning, early, mid, and end. Make it with Super like Goku, I don't know, Whis training, Tournament of Power. I don't know, maybe Goku Black. I don't know, maybe they can come out with different moves. I have no idea. But yeah, do that. And I doubt they're gonna add manga characters. If they do, it'll be for DLC, because the recent Geek, well, it's recent now, it won't be recent by the time this video actually comes out. He was talking about how the manga characters haven't even been put in like the arcade games and like Dragon Ball Online or Dragon Ball Heroes or whatever, all that. So like, if they're not being put in there, there's no way they're being put in anything else, because those are like, those come out with new characters weekly. Speaking of those games, I personally don't want characters exclusive to online and Heroes to be in Tenkaichi. I just don't think that would fit well. Just keep them in Xenoverse and put them in Xenoverse 3 if you're ever gonna put that out, which based off your current track record, it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. But you know, if Xenoverse 3 ever does happen, put them in there. Don't put them in Tenkaichi 4, because it wouldn't make sense. Return of GT characters, yes. They are DLC in Xenoverse 2. I can't tell you why. There's DLC in Dragon Ball FighterZ, which I get why, but at the same time, like, you put Super characters in the base roster. You couldn't put GT characters. Like, I'm not personally a fan of GT, but I'll always play them in any game they're made. They're still fun characters, at least to play as. A section of story mode for the OG Dragon Ball. Also recently, by the time I'm recording this, they released a couple, I think it's a couple arcs, sagas or whatever, of the OG Dragon Ball. It was the tournament arc with Piccolo, fighting Piccolo, and Demon King Piccolo saga. They added those two, which, fantastic. Do that and more in Tenkaichi 4. Like, come on now, biggest game ever. You gotta pull out all the stops for this, man. I want OG Dragon Ball. That's my favorite story from all Dragon Ball. Very inspirational. Don't know when in the order of videos I'm gonna release this, but I talked about how Dragon Ball is a huge inspiration to me, so, you know, bring it back. Maybe a definitive version of the Super storyline. Now, you see, Super has the manga and the anime version. Most likely, everything's gonna follow the anime version, because that's the version more people see, internationally or in Japan. But, you know, the manga still exists. I would hope sometime they put a version of Super that was Akira Toriyama's original vision, even if he didn't technically have one, because what his vision was not what was depicted in the manga or anime. Because if you know, Goku Black and Zamasu were not supposed to be as strong as they were. They were supposed to be very defeatable by Blue standards, but they just weren't. And also, neither was Jiren. Like in Superhero, he was talking about how Jiren wasn't that much more stronger. He just had more better control of his ki. That's not how he's depicted in the anime or manga. He was very much so stronger. Obviously, Akira Toriyama thought otherwise, so, you know, a definitive version in Tenkaichi 4, it would be great. It would, honestly, I think it would be very helpful to any casuals, any fans out there who just want a good story to be told with Super, and not all the stuff that was happening from the creative liberties of the Toei Animation and Toyotaro. Almost forgot his name. Sorry, not sorry. All versions of Goku. Yes, the memes. I want Kid Goku, all the forms. I want Kid Goku with a tail, Kid Goku without a tail. So one where he can fly with his tail, one where he can't fly so he doesn't have his tail. I want to see Teen Goku, man, because we don't ever see Teen Goku. We've seen adult and Kid Goku. That's all we've seen in games. We've never seen Teen Goku, and by Teen Goku I mean the one in the tournament with Piccolo. He has my favorite move, Meteor Combination, man. That is my favorite combination, dude. Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans has it. It's awesome in that game. It's in Tenkaichi 3, awesome in that game. For some reason, Goku Mid has it. So, in other words, the Goku part of the Frieza saga and early Android saga, I don't know why he has it, but he does. And honestly, that's my favorite Goku, partly because of that. Yeah, I want to see all versions of Goku. Kid, old, young, GT, teen, Trap Goku. I want to see all of it, man. I want to see all versions of Goku, okay? Don't hold out. Early, mid, and Super GT. Like I said, Trap, teen, kid, young, new Goku, old Goku. I don't know, man. I want to see all of it, man. Yo, so many Gokus I want to see. I want to see one where they just call him Kakarot for whatever reason. Same goes for everyone else too. Like, I want iced out Piccolo, man. I want Trap Vegeta. Trap Vegeta, Trap Goku, make Trap Gogeta, man. Iced out Piccolo. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else we got? What else we got? Gang Bang Go On. Let me chill out. Yeah, I want to see all versions of all characters, man. The more characters, the more moves we get, the better it is for everything, man. Like, I don't care how much space. If this game could take up the space of a whole console, it will be the only game I have on a console. The console being the Switch, because I'm getting the game on the Switch, because, you know, I want to be able to perform the moves. If you know, you know. If you don't, you wouldn't play this game the way it should have been played. Oh, PS2 pieces of... I want unique dialogue to be for almost every version of a character. So like in the original, in Tenkaichi 3, you had like where it would only be Goku Mid could say something specific to Frieza. Early Goku, since he didn't know who Frieza was early on in his life, he couldn't say anything specific or unique to him. Frieza might say something unique to Goku because Goku reminds him of Bardock, but Goku wouldn't know him. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense for Kid Goku or Teen Goku or anything like that to say something unique to Frieza. You know, explaining this out loud to myself, maybe keep the character-specific unique dialogue. Maybe keep that just for continuity's sake. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I just thought it was worth mentioning. I low-key want Perfect Cell to have his first foreign voice when he's getting hurt. So if you don't know, in Tenkaichi 3, the game, it didn't have enough space to fit all the English voices because a bunch of characters have the same voice in multiple forms. Like, well, Cell, he has the same voice throughout his transformation cycle. While in the English dub, he has a different voice for each form. So when he gets hurt as Perfect Cell, he's making the imperfect Cell noises for getting hurt. And either second form, I'm not calling it semi-perfect, that's stupid. Second form or Perfect Cell, he's just getting hurt in the imperfect Cell voice, which I got so used to that now when he gets hurt in the newer games, it just sounds ridiculous to me. Like, it sounds like, especially in Xenoverse 2, I don't know, I can't remember in Fighters, but in Xenoverse 2, I just remember it sounded like a dog when he gets hurt. He's like, oh, oh. That's what he sounds like when he gets hurt. It just sounds ridiculous. I honestly prefer, why? I don't know why I just voice acted that. I can just put the clip of the voice acting in the actual game. So yeah, that's what I want because I'm used to it and nostalgia, and I mean, you're saving space at that point, so I mean, there's not really a reason not to put it. You're just making people do more work for no reason at that point. Like, just I'm an old head when it comes to Dragon Ball, I gotta say. Giant characters. Oh man, haven't seen them. When was the last time giant characters were playable? I'm not talking about like the arcade, online, and hero stuff. I'm talking about like home console games. When was the last time giant characters were playable? Was it actually Tenkaichi 3? Because if they're not playable in Xenoverse, I'm pretty sure they're not playable in Ultimate Tenkaichi. I don't. Maybe it was Tenkaichi. Is it really? I think it is Tenkaichi 3. Hold on, let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, I'm not getting answers, but I'm gonna assume it was back in Tenkaichi 3. They were not that good in Tenkaichi 3 either. Some of them were pretty fun to play, pretty unique, like Janemba, and I want to say Hirudegarn, but I gotta admit, he wasn't that fun to play. One of my favorite designs, he just wasn't that unique of a giant character. None of the Great Apes were unique. Sure, it's fun to see all of them, but when none of them really do anything special, I mean, there's not really a point in having them there. Although I do hope that they return in Tenkaichi for all the Great Apes. I know they likely won't do anything unique with them, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Beam struggles and clashes to be not so hard on the controller. They can't handle it anymore. The controllers today are not like the controllers were back then, man. If you had to do all this on a controller and just crush it to pieces, just trying to win a beam struggle, man, they would not be able to handle it nowadays. Don't even get me started on shaking the Switch controllers like you would do on the Wii. The Switch controllers are not going to handle that well. They are going to break the first time you do a beam struggle or a clash or whatever. They're going to break. Make a better way to do beam struggle, because this and this is not gonna work anymore. Also, I'm kind of tired of we had to do it like this in Tenkaichi 2 on the Wii, but you know, everyone knows that sucks like major balls. So don't make it shaking the controller with any other console, not even the Switch. But man, I don't know. I don't know what you can do. Maybe make it where you have to press a button in matches or whatever, and then as time goes on, it gets faster and faster, and the more you fail, the more it gets pushed back until it's too late. You failed, and the other person won. That's the best I can think of right now. No character creation. The whole point is to pretend you're the character, not to create your own character, okay? Look, we got all these character creation Dragon Ball games nowadays, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, honestly. I just want to be able to play as Goku. I don't want to play as my own character and then trying to make him the best in the game. See, that's what, that's part of the reason I don't like Universe 2. I don't want to play as any character. I want to play as my own character. When you start adding the create your own character, nobody wants to play as anyone else because their character is literally the best in the game because that's how they made it. So there's no point in playing anyone else unless you just like want to troll someone as Yamcha or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Back in my day, Tenkaichi 3, you could beat Broly as Chaozu. I want to be able to do that again. You cannot do that in any other game. You cannot do it consistently in any other game except Tenkaichi 3. Certainly not in Fighters. You cannot beat Broly with freaking Z Broly, at least with TN, I guess. Consistently. You certainly can't do it in Xenoverse. Oh, you certainly can't do it in Xenoverse, especially with the freaking Stanima BS system. So yeah, no create your own character. I kind of digress there, but no create your own character. I don't want that. That shouldn't be in Tenkaichi. That's a Xenoverse thing. Motion control on Switch. I don't know why this is on the list. I didn't put any parentheses. It just says motion control on Switch. I don't know what that means. Might be talking about, oh, you know, I know what it's talking about. Return the thing from the Wii with the motion controls where you actually do the move with the character and make it better, because in Tenkaichi 3, you would be doing the Kamehameha pose for the Gallic Gun. It should be putting your hands up here. I don't know if it's, hold on, let me see if it's catching my hands. Yeah, dude, you should be like up here for the Gallic Gun, not, you can't even see my hands. You should be able to see my hands if it's the Gallic Gun, but no, they want to make it like the Kamehameha for some reason. Improve it, bring it back. It's literally the best part of the game for me. Part of the reason I still find it fun to this day. Pataras. Character customization is what I mean by Pataras. Bring it back. Yet another thing to bring back. Editing characters to at least, even if it's just like to make them fly, if they can't fly, like it's Master Roshi or Yajirobe, voice correct. If it's Master Roshi or Yajirobe, even if it's just to make them fly, that's still really, really useful. And I want that kind of stuff back, because realistically, Master Roshi and Yajirobe shouldn't be flying, but it'd be nice if they can, and Pataras fixes that. Also, there's making like the most OP character ever with the help of putting a passcode in, so you know, that's always fun, and that wouldn't be possible without Pataras either, I think. So yeah, bring Pataras back. Speaking of characters that can't fly, I want them to return. Later in the game history of Dragon Ball, all the characters that can't fly can suddenly fly. I forget if Master Roshi is even in the Xenoverse games, but I know Hercule is, and he uses a jetpack to fly. No, he shouldn't be flying at all. What they used to do in Tenkaichi 3 was that they would have them slowly float down. Hercule had a jetpack in Tenkaichi 3, but he wasn't completely airborne. He would still slowly float back down. Like Kid Goku, Master Roshi, Yajirobe, I'm sure there's another one I'm forgetting, but those are the main characters. They cannot fly. They float back down. Keep that in. That is realistic. That makes sense. That's what the Pataras are for. I don't want to see Yajirobe flying because that doesn't make sense to me at all. More game modes. You know, I say I want more game modes, but I'd be lying if I said I played the other game modes in Tenkaichi 3 on a regular basis. Basically, they're all just fighting with a random stat. I don't know, maybe I'm asking too much, but we should have like a test your might type thing, or test your whatever, like in Mortal Kombat in a Dragon Ball game. I don't know, I just think it'd be really fun. Maybe test your technique. I don't know, do something with test your technique. Maybe on the Switch it'll be getting your pose perfectly correct. Maybe, I don't know, it can be anything, man. Just, I don't know, more mini games, be fun, more than just fighting. Because, well, the fighting would be the mainstay, and I hope they bring online back. It'd still be nice to have something other than fighting, you know? It'd still be nice. Loud volume, yes, bring back the loud volume. I forgot I put this here, I ended up putting it twice. Bring back the loud volume. You see, in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, the game volume actually sounds like this. When the intro breaks out sounding like this, I want the rest of the game to sound like the intro. I want the intro volume to go all the way back down, and I want the game volume to go that high up, because honestly, there a lot of things in Tenkaichi that were satisfying, but none were as such as blowing up the planet or destroying a part of the stage. Because when I tell you those loud booms, man, those booms would shake the house, because I just destroyed the planet, bro. I love it. I absolutely love it. I want it back. I want the volume back. I want the planetary destruction back. I want all that back, man. Whew. More what if stories. The universe is basically the definition of what if stories, but you know, it can be done without having to make it like an actual thing and an actual story that makes, well, it makes sense, but you know, it can just be fun. Like, my favorite one was Bardock and King Vegeta and all of them, Fasha and all of them standing up to Frieza and Dodoria. Mostly Dodoria and Zarbon, but also Frieza. You know, that was one of my favorite what if stories. Maybe we can get more like that. That's how they fit some more Dragon Ball stories into Tenkaichi 3. They put what if stories. So they got, what was it, Devilman? Yeah, they got him in the one what if story, teaming up with someone else. I think they used some more Dragon Ball characters like Mercenary Tao. They even got Arail in a what if story. So yeah, more what if stories. I'm a big fan of them. More fan of them when they're not connected to anything like in Xenoverse than I am when they are connected together. A competitive scene, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, in my humble opinion, could have been a very competitive game if people took it more seriously as a fighter instead of just writing it off just because it's an arena fighter. Like, dude, all the characters are balanced. It's fun to watch, like, and it's even more fun to play. I don't get how it didn't go. I do get how it didn't go competitive, but honestly, I think it's the most balanced game ever. Like, in my opinion, Tenkaichi 3, the most balanced fighting game ever. It doesn't get more balanced than that because Chaozu can beat Z Broly. Like, that's ridiculous. It shouldn't be possible, but it is. It is very possible. And the skill ceiling is actually higher than people give it credit for, because while you can just spam supers all day, you can also actually learn the intricate combos that you can do by sidestepping and teleporting after. And you can do like the leapfrog with the character where you just continually teleport behind them and try to get the until one of you runs out of energy. Like that is always fun to watch. See who screws up first or just runs out of energy first. Always fun to watch. So yeah, I would love a competitive scene for Tenkaichi 4 if it is as balanced as Tenkaichi 3. I want all minions from all movies. Yes, every single one except coaching, because that wouldn't make sense. Every single one of them I want. Even the ones that don't even look like Dragon Ball characters, like those people that works for Slug. Those do not look like Dragon Ball characters, but I want them in the game. Yeah, all of them. All the cooler minions they got in Raging Blast 2, the other two, and they got the other two minions. They got, what was it, Android 15 and 14? Yeah, 14 and 15 they got in Raging Blast 2. I want them in Tenkaichi 4. I don't know why they weren't in Tenkaichi 3 or the other two cooler minions. They weren't in Tenkaichi 3. I want them, all of them. I want all of them in Tenkaichi 4. Every single one of them. Great characters, not really, but they could be fun to play. So I want all of them. Destructible environments. Bring back the interactive environments. It doesn't have to be crazy like MKX having you throw a grandma at someone, but you know, it's fun to destroy rock formations or buildings, because they kind of just gave up on that in Xenoverse. In fact, yeah, no, you just straight up can't interact with the environment in Xenoverse 2 or 1. It's just, you slam into the ground or wall of crater forms and it goes away afterwards. Like, that's not cool. Just make it interactable. Make it possible to destroy stuff, because more loud booms should be coming than just from the planet exploding, let me tell you. Oh man, I might be coming back to that loud noise thing, because I forgot bean shovels are very loud when you're winning. Like, whew, man, they were very loud. And the last thing I want, online. I want online. I didn't put this on the list. I forgot why. It might have just been because I forgot online existed, but I want online. It was on the Wii. It was garbage. I don't know if it's on PS2, but I'm sure that was pretty bad too. I want online, and I want it to be good. I want to be able to test my skills in a game that is perfectly balanced, and I know that I'm better than everyone else at, because I'm better at Tenkaichi 3 on the Wii specifically than you ever could be. Trust me on that. Trust me. Trust me. On the Wii specifically, I never played on the PS2. I don't know. If I got a little practice on the PS2, I'd probably be better than you. But I couldn't tell you for sure. On the Wii, I could tell you for sure I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Trust me on that. That's all I got for now. I don't think I'll be coming back to this topic. So, you know, Tenkaichi 4, man, better be best game ever. Give me a pound for some reason. I'll give you another pound so I can match the sound effects on my mic. There. Always remember to stay ambitious. Bye. Hey, I'm back. I forgot to add a couple things. First of all, I want banger music. Tenkaichi 2, in my opinion, had the best soundtrack out of the Tenkaichi games. Tenkaichi 3, it was definitely up there. I never listened to Tenkaichi 1 or Ultimate Tenkaichi because I never played them. But yeah, the other two, bangers. This better have a banger soundtrack. Even the Xenoverse series has like fantastic music. Like, I'm gonna make a video on Dragon Ball game music, but you know, all four of them. Most Dragon Ball games have fantastic music, as does the anime most of the time. But you know, I just felt like it needed to be said. Keep up the good work with the soundtrack. Like, it doesn't get old. It's all great. And the second thing I want to add is Chilled. Also minions like the Buu Saga. I want Pui Pui to be a playable character. Why? I don't know. Bigger roster. Biggest roster of all time is what I'm looking for in this game. I want Chilled, and I want more minions. Yukon, shoot. I think that's his name. Put Yukon in the game. I don't care. Just put more characters in the game. I want Chilled because I also want Bardock as a Super Saiyan in this game. Though that light, no, I'd say that has a pretty high possibility of Bardock being Super Saiyan in this game. But yeah, Chill. Definitely want him in this game. Those are the only two things I gotta add. Don't know where I'm gonna put it in the video. Might put it at the end, might put it in the middle. So either we'll get back to the video or... Hello, back again. I forgot Hatchiyak. I really want Hatchiyak. That's someone I've always wanted to play as in a game. I'd probably main him if he was in the game because I just really like his design. What can I say? So yeah, I want him in the game. He hasn't really been, I don't think he's been in the game, any game except Raging Blast 2, which I also wish I was able to play, but you know, I didn't own like an Xbox 360 or anything, so yeah. At check, want him in the game. Oh, also, I don't know if I said this already, but every tournament a power character. I'm pretty sure I already said it, but every tournament a power character, especially the one that is a blatant ripoff of Hachiyak and design wise, because like I just said, I really like his design. Anyway, bye for real this time. One last thing, I want original form Harudagaran. That's something I've always wanted to play as in a game. I kind of like that design. I mean, of course I like the regular design, but I've always wanted to see the first design in the game, because, I don't know, I think it's really interesting. That should be the final thing. Bye.